The following event is a More Ace audio production. Introducing first, from London, England, the team of Ace and Skillit. This is the Kickout.
Yes, welcome to another episode of The Kickout. My name is Ace.
My name is Skillit.
And this is your weekly rundown of all things WWE and wrestling. We have to apologise because it's taken a little while to get episode 2 running.
Sorry.
We really are sorry, but we are going to be dedicated now. We've sorted out all the internal problems.
Absolutely.
And each and every week you're going to get a new Kickout, we promise.
That's right.
Yeah, we're here.
We are dedicated. We're on this thing.
That's right. We are not like Undertaker. We're not just going to turn up every WrestleMania. That's it. We're here now. We're 100% here. Right now, it's been a very, very kind of emotional week in wrestling.
Very, very emotional.
Last week, Daniel Bryan announced his retirement.
I wasn't ready for that.
You wasn't?
No, I did not want that to happen at all. And you know what? It's funny. I was kind of hoping it was a cleverly mastered angle that only Vince and Bryan knew, and maybe Triple H or something, and everybody was just sending condolences. But then I was just kidding myself, you know. I just didn't want it to believe it, you know. I knew it was real, but I didn't want it to believe it was real. So
I totally sat through the whole speech waiting for something to happen in terms of
like Taker.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll be honest with you, very honest with you. Like for a while, even like after Bryan had the injury, while he was holding the world title for a while, and then he left for a while, and then he came back and he won IC. Like I kind of almost knew that we're seeing the end of Daniel Bryan, if I'm totally honest.
Right.
Because it was just way too many injuries.
Yeah.
There was one match he had with Randy Orton.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he got hurt.
He had a concussion.
And Triple H came down.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I don't want to. He said, continue the match.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that, thinking, what is going on? And then I was like, oh, that's actually real.
Yeah. And I kind of, and then I think Randy even gave him a little handshake at the end, like, well done.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew at that point, it's like, this is serious. It was either going to be like, this is kind of the beginning of the end of Daniel Bryan,
right,
or he's just going to have to totally change his wrestling style.
And I don't think he wanted to.
And I don't think he wanted to do that. So, I mean, although you said you didn't want to believe it, I kind of knew it was coming, if I'm totally honest.
But you know what it is? Even if I believed it, I was kind of hoping they would announce like a final match at Mania.
Match, yeah.
But they didn't even do that. But that's how serious it is.
Yeah.
Even he couldn't even do a final hurrah.
Yeah. It's close to Mania as well. It could have one more match.
Yeah, you know it's serious. But it was serious. It was getting post-concussion seizures.
Yeah.
I mean, that don't sound
right at all.
But I love that guy, man. He was one of my favorite wrestlers, and it's a shame. You know, I've been following his career since Ring of Honor back in 2002 when he was the American Dragon. And there's like a bucket list of matches that I would recommend people to see. Leading up to WWE, when he finally got signed to WWE, at first I thought, they're not going to use this guy at all, and they weren't.
Yeah.
Like, I was right, no, they weren't. But then things started turning for him. The fans were backing him, and he became probably the biggest star in the last 15 years.
I think it's interesting because I like you known of Daniel Bryan since 2002. I've only known of him since WWE,
right.
And even just as a fan of WWE, to watch his story from NXT to what he did is an amazing story. But to think
from back
what you've seen must have just been like super emotional for you.
Absolutely, that's the reason why it's devastating still to me today. Even if it's been a week now, and I feel for him, you know, because I know it's a difference when you retire and he has achieved a lot. I'm not saying he hasn't, but when you don't want to end it on your own terms, that's when like people compare the whole thing to Edge, right? Now, I understand Edge one was cut short too. Yeah. But at least with Edge, he was very decorated. He got a lot of titles. He was like a multi-time champion. He was able to have a run as the champion. Right. Bryan didn't really have he didn't have a run, really. Yeah. He became champion, I understand that. But he only defended it once. And that upsets me, man.
If I'm totally honest though, I feel like Daniel Bryan's story and the way it's ended is actually better than Edge's.
Absolutely.
You're more emotionally I think if there's a way to go out, it's like this.
No, you're right. And that's what I need to really think about, because that story is incredible. Like,
amazing.
It's incredible. No one's ever had that, and no one will ever have that again. Like, he's a standoff.
It's a film.
It's
you got to think about it. There's romance in there.
Yeah,
there's heartbreak. There's injury. Do you know what I mean?
It's absolutely.
There's death. Do you know what I mean? There's all of that in this one story.
Absolutely.
So I think that it's an amazing way for it to go out.
It is. It's just that because I've seen his career from such a young age, I just wanted him to have a proper run 100%. As champion. But hey, you know, I got to see certain favorite wrestlers of mine in the past who had a run and it wasn't as good. So yeah. So
I think if Hazzy had went out and he'd not quite maybe not got the title, and you know what I mean, and you could tell that
it would have been worse.
If this had happened to somebody like I'm going to put this out there now. You guys are probably going to hear me mention Dolph Ziggler at least 4 times in every podcast because that's my guy. I just put it out there. Had this had happened to Dolph Ziggler like now, whereas he hasn't really reached the top of the mountain yet, and I still feel like he can, and I still feel like he's being held back. That's a sad story. Daniel Bryan was being held back, but he's gone through the other side. The fans helped push him to the top,
but you do know that when he was the best wrestler in that company, right?
100%,
absolutely,
1,000,000%. There was no two ways about it.
You know, even at a young age, I compared him to. He was like a mixture of the Dynamite Kid and Juice of Thunder, like the way he wrestled. And what really annoyed me that WWE used to do was always say he's trained by Shawn Michaels.
Right.
You know, I mean, there was some truth to that.
Why did that annoy you?
Because there's truth to that.
Yeah.
But it's like saying Shawn is the reason of how good he is.
Right.
That's not the case.
Right.
You know, Shawn might have trained him for like 1 to 2 times, 3 times in his life, and then Bryan did all the work after that.
I find it interesting that he didn't mention Shawn.
Because he had nothing to do with Shawn.
He mentioned Regal.
Yeah. Regal probably mentor, and it was more important to his career more than anyone in that WWE company.
Really?
Yeah. Shawn trained him, but it wasn't a case where Shawn trained him like a proper, you know, who like, for instance, Killer Kowalski trained Triple H.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Daniel Bryan may have paid for some lessons that Shawn had at wrestling school back in the day.
Right.
And Shawn might have trained him 1 or twice, but everything else Daniel Bryan did on his own. Or maybe got tips from someone else.
Yeah. I thought the farewell speech was amazing.
Absolutely.
I welled up a little bit.
Yeah, me too. No, me too, bro.
It was extremely.
There's no shame in that.
There was moments. I don't know if it was off the head or if he was scripted or whatever, but it was just moments of super realness, like
the bit with his dad.
It was talking about his dad, deep. And we all know his dad passed. So I think it was just an amazing send off. Let's talk about some Daniel Bryan highlight of his career.
So I'm not going to talk about matches because I feel if anyone wants to know what matches they want to hear, just tweet me at Skillit Music, SKILLIT Music, and I'll give you some recommendations of matches to watch. But moments, I'm going to talk about WWE moments here. Now, one of my favorite moments has to be when he joined the Wyatts,
and
he switched on them on the steel cage.
Yeah, and he was at the top of the steel cage.
The whole crowd.
Crazy.
I've never seen anything like that since Rock and Austin.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, it was this amazing moments.
Yeah. 100%.
And this is things that they will never get with Roman Reigns.
No. Because it's the organic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not, look, this is the guy we want you guys to cheer for. This is the guy that we are choosing. Look, we want him to be that guy. I actually remember that Raw, and I remember showing it to my friends every day. Like, it was just like, this is sick.
It's a great moment, man.
This is definitely, that was one of...
Obviously, WrestleMania, when he won the title.
Was it 30? WrestleMania 30.
30th WrestleMania as well.
Crazy.
I mean, won the title of Randy Orton, Batista, and then obviously when he beat Triple H earlier.
Yeah,
2 sick matches.
2 amazing matches.
Amazing matches.
You know what I mean? And he delivered, and just the narrative of like the story of the whole thing, and then just the ending. I always said that has to be when they didn't put Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble.
Oh my days.
And the way that Batista got booed between Rumble and Mania, I always said to pay back the fans, the ending shot of WrestleMania has to be Daniel Bryan with the title. There's nothing else they can do, and I think everybody thought that. And even though you kind of predicted it, it still felt amazing. It wasn't like, because I think we're in an era now of really intelligent wrestling fans that are kind of predicting what's going to happen. And even when you can predict it, it's always fun sometimes to not know how it's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And I think the way in which they told that story was amazing. Because the odds were stacked up against him. You got 3 amazing wrestlers in Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista. Not so much Batista. Yeah, kind of Batista. Yeah. But he beat all 3 of them. It was amazing. It was super amazing.
And the reason why there was a little bit of doubt there is because Batista was in the match.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's because he's just come back.
Exactly.
You're like, oh man, they actually might still give it to Batista, and it might be such a. Yeah. But they could not have done that.
Because we all thought the script was, Batista's going to come back and Triple H is going to give him the title.
They couldn't do that.
I think that was
the initial plan.
Surely.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it must have been 100%.
Because they weren't listening to the fans.
Yeah.
They were just being stupid. They're like, no, we don't want Daniel Bryan as a champion.
Yeah.
People love Batista. No. And Batista, I think Batista would tell you that he didn't want that to happen either.
Right.
He was like, no, you got to bring me back as a heel. Because they're not
really?
going to. Yeah, but trust me, Batista would have.
I don't know if Batista.
Well,
I feel like
he has said this. Yeah. That doesn't mean that he probably didn't think that.
I feel like the Batista was very surprised by the reaction he got when he came back. It looked very awkward. Like, Raw, they booed me. It was like, do you not think?
Yeah, but you've been at the game. You went Hollywood, and you're gonna expect to come back and take somebody who deserves the title.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, man. But yeah, Daniel Bryan, man, he'll be missed. He was a ledge. Hall of Fame.
No, can I get my?
I'm sorry, Ace. Sorry, cut that out.
No, it's all good. I think there was loads of comedy moments with Kane. I think Team Hell No was hilarious.
Yep.
I don't know if they ever showed this, but were you at the London show when it was Team Hell No and the Undertaker versus?
I was there.
Who did they face?
I can't remember, but that's when Bryan tried to get Undertaker to
hug him. That was hilarious.
Hug.
If you don't know, basically, Daniel Bryan tried to get Undertaker to give him a hug at the end of the match, but I feel like that was off air. I feel that was just for the fans there. I gotta say, a personal moment for me is I remember when the Yes chant started.
Me too.
Because we were at WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, but you were there.
I know. I want to say 28 or 27.
I think it was 20.
I want to say 28.
2030.
12. It was Miami.
So 30 is 14. So 27.
Was it 27?
2012.
27?
2012.
I'm going to say 27. 27, 28. 27 was... No, I want to say 28.
I think it's 28.
I think I want to say 28.
But that's the one when Bryan lost the title.
Yes, this is the joke of it. So Bryan lost the title in 18 seconds.
Right.
He was with AJ. AJ kisses. He gives AJ a kiss, and Sheamus bro kicks his face off. Yeah, in 18 seconds. And Sheamus was a super face at the time, and Daniel was a super heel at the time.
Yeah.
Very hated heel.
Yeah.
And he was the world champion at the time, and Sheamus bro kicks him 18-second match.
Yeah, that was 28. You're right.
And in that moment, the crowd just switched, and it was like everybody started booing Sheamus, who was the face. Like they wanted a longer match. They were upset that Daniel Bryan had lost. And we went to Raw the next night, and it was just so many yes chants.
Yeah, that's what changed the game for him.
Changed the game forever, and that is exactly when the yes movement kind
of started. I remember because I watched that at home, and I remember because I'm marking out Daniel Bryan's getting his first WrestleMania moment, and I was marking out because. When he cashed in the title and he won the World Heavyweight title, they turned him heel. Yeah. And then he started going yes. Like he was coming out doing yes, and I looked at that because he did it on SmackDown on the Raw before Mania, and I looked at it and I laughed and that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect everyone else to think the same way and notice that he was doing yes. So when he came out and he came out and the crowd was saying yes, yes, and there was yes signs, I was like, yo, this is sick. Like, people are acknowledging how funny this guy is.
Do you know what's funny? Because even at Mania, I mean, when I went to, we saw at the Mania when he lost the title, I saw people booing Sheamus, and even then the yes chants hadn't quite started.
No.
But the next night, I've gone to Raw the next night in Miami. I believe it was Miami.
But there was people chanting yes, though.
There were some people chanting yes, but when we got to the arena the next night for Raw,
that's when it
in the auditorium, people are lining up, and all you heard was yes chants, and I was like, "What's going on?"
That's crazy.
It's like, this is something. Yeah. So when he got there, and then even after Raw had gone off the air, they brought Daniel Bryan back out, and he was like, "Look, I'm so happy that you guys are getting with the yes movement."
Yeah.
And he was like, "You guys have given the WWE a new reason to make me a new T-shirt." And I thought that was sick. So
he ran with that, man.
He ran with that, man. Amazing.
Good for him.
Amazing. So I mean, what do you think? What's next for Daniel Bryan?
Well, I mean, they could do. I mean, come on, who wants to see the 40 in 2016? You know what I mean? It's the same old thing since the 90s. They might as well make Daniel Bryan a DM or. Not DM, but who knows, man? They might. Well, I don't know if I want to see that either.
General
manager, something like that, or maybe something that could, maybe HR could step, in storyline wise, HR will step in and goes, "Oh, 40, you're abusing power too much. We need someone a bit more clean." come on, it'll make sense. They've tried to put down Daniel Bryan while he was the main guy.
Right.
It'll make sense for someone to intervene, maybe Linda or something, and put Daniel Bryan the other one. You know, there's the 40 and Daniel Bryan working together to make.
Right.
I don't know. That's how I would probably do it. I don't know. I don't know if people want to see that, but yeah.
I mean, you think he'll still want to be on TV?
I'm sure they will definitely use him. He's a star. There's no way Vince still won't use him. Right. He'll be involved in WrestleMania somewhere. He'll be something. There's no way they can't get rid of Daniel Bryan.
Hall of Fame this year?
I think they will give it to him. He's red hot right now.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean, they could wait till next year, but I think next year will probably be Taker's year or something.
I don't think they should give him a Hall of Fame yet.
We Taker?
No, Taker. I think Taker should have had Hall of Fame about 5 years
Oh, you mean Daniel Bryan?
I think.
Should you wait a few more years for Bryan?
I think they should wait for Daniel Bryan.
You do realize because of the injury, that he probably will get it next year.
Why?
It's safe to do with Edge, fast track them in.
But didn't Edge get it the same year?
Edge got it next year. They might fast track him in because you're injured under our watch.
Right.
Let's give you this to say thank you. I'll be something like that.
But if they give it to Daniel Bryan this year, does that not kind of take the shine away from Sting, who really deserves it? He deserves to be the headliner.
I agree.
He definitely.
But this is Vince McMahon you're talking about. and
so this is another kick to WCW.
Absolutely. Not intentionally.
Yeah.
But Vince doesn't care.
If you're Sting, are you pissed about that?
Sting should still headline it. Bryan should probably be the first. No. Like he did with Mick Foley and Bruno Sammartino, I believe. Right. Mick Foley was the other big star, but Bruno's headlined it. So Sting headlines it, but Bryan would be but Bryan deserves a headline Hall of Fame.
Bryan's got to be a headline.
So it is what it is, man.
There you go. Daniel Bryan, we definitely salute you.
Man.
Kick out, man. And,
yes.
And you know what? I mean, one of the really funny moments of the speech was when he was talking about him and Brie wanting to have babies. And if they do have babies, there might be some good, second generation superstars.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, So, Daniel Bryan, we'll see what happens next for Daniel
I
Bryan.
hope they don't get their mother's gene in the wrestling.
She's getting better, though.
She is.
She's getting better.
That's what's Bryan.
She's actually getting better.
So is Nikki.
But yeah, they are getting better. Even who did you see Summer Rae's match though? This week.
Yeah, that was actually decent.
That's like raw.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing Bryan can do. Train. NXT wrestling.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what? One last thing about Daniel Bryan before we move on. There was a moment when the Nexus came. Do you remember this? When Nexus
first came and he was part of Nexus,
and he got fired
for using this strangling Michael Cole.
That's why they fired him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's because it's the PG era and you can't strangle. Even though they were told, do crazy stuff, go in. That was a bit too far.
They fired him for that.
But I think I have a feeling they knew they messed up with that.
Wow.
And they brought him back.
Okay, because I never understood why he got fired.
Yeah.
And it was like members of the Nexus that were just gone and we never saw them ever again.
Yeah, some of them are in Japan, some of them are in what's it called? Social outcast.
Social outcast. I'll be honest, Nexus was very good.
It could have been really good. Yeah. I don't rate Nexus like a lot of people do because I should have been better than it was.
No, when it first started.
Yeah, amazing. And then they dropped the ball. That's what I'm worried about. This is what they always do. And I'm worried they might do this with Bullet Squad. Bullet Club, sorry, not Bullet Squad, Bullet Club.
So is that definitely happening though?
Bullet Club sounds like it's happening, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's move on. Should we talk about Raw this week?
Let's do it.
Raw this week was in. I always try to remember where Raw was.
I don't remember. I don't even know where it was.
Was it in Anaheim?
Okay.
Yes, it was. I believe it was in Anaheim. Started off Raw. We had a 5.
So Dean Ambrose comes out.
Right.
Trying to challenge Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie says,
Fatal 5-way.
You're going to get an F5, but it won't be an F5 from Lesnar. It'll be a Fatal 5-way. Yeah. But did you hear the pop Kevin Owens got?
Yeah, it did.
Owens, man.
Yeah.
He's going to be something, bro.
We knew this, though.
Well, we know this, but I'm just glad that he's getting popped for all over the damn place, 100%. Obviously, I expect the pops from New York and the hardcore crowds, but I'm glad that Anaheim is liking him and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he won back the title.
It was an amazing match, though.
It was. Tyler Breeze finally got a little...
Yeah.
I don't think they've misused Tyler Breeze recently.
Why'd you say that?
He's not the most charismatic wrestler, but as an in-ring wrestler, he's very good.
I don't like his gimmick at all.
A lot of people don't. I don't mind it.
I don't like his gimmick. He looks mad too pretty, almost.
It's like a model.
Yeah. No, but I liked the model. Rick Martel.
Classic. You can't beat that.
But
Nothing we beat that.
I'm not really sure about my hot to Tyler Breeze. I do think he's an amazing wrestler, though.
He's dope.
I think he's
trained by
very, very
Lance
good.
Storm, man.
I think all 5 of the guys in that match had an amazing match.
Yeah.
Really good.
Best match of the whole show.
Definitely the best match of the whole show. Kevin Owens wins. I thought that. See, here's my Dolph Ziggler cameo again. I thought Dolph Ziggler with the zigzag, with the what's Dean Ambrose's move again?
Dirty Deeds.
Dirty Deeds on. It was sick. The whole thing was awesome. Really good match.
You're a Ziggler fan. Like,
I'm a super Ziggler.
don't
fan.
you think they need to do something with Ziggler, like change his gimmick,
I don't know if you can
turn him heel?
Well, I do you know what? Like, I liked when he was calling himself like the ultimate heel or like the best heel, whatever it was. Like, he was
badass then.
He was.
I will never take away anything from Ziggler as an in-ring performer. He's
Yeah.
one of the best
Yeah.
in the company, hands down. I just don't. He needs a big change.
Do you know what's funny is I interviewed Ziggler maybe about a year and a half ago, and I said, so you're not a heel anymore? And he was like, no, I'm still a heel. Just my opponents have changed.
That's funny.
And I don't know. I mean, and the thing is, and I believed him until like I saw him slapping hands with little kids, and like, you're a face now. You're a baby face now. You can't really embrace the heel thing anymore.
Don't you think he should shave his head? Do something radical? Do something different?
I don't know about that.
Do something different.
Maybe. I don't know.
Become. He got so you could tell he's so frustrated.
He is.
So
Extremely.
why don't you just tell people how you feel?
You think it?
Come out as a bad guy. I don't know about shaving his hair. That's probably a bit extreme, but
Pipe bomb.
do something different with his hairstyle,
Right.
especially his dress sense.
Yeah.
Stop looking like you're a member of the Warriors in the 80s film,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
do something dark. Because they need more dark characters in this
actually.
PG era. The only person that's killing it right now is my boy Bray.
Yeah.
It's my doggy.
Kevin Owens.
Owens is another one. So.
Of course.
But yeah, happy he got the title back, which means hope for Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, it does. So I think that kind of opened it up in a lot of people's eyes to say, well, okay, well, if Ambrose hasn't got a title, then maybe he could be going on to WrestleMania.
Have you noticed how these promos more centered around Ambrose, more, and less about Reigns?
100%.
Maybe a Reigns heel turn.
Oh, maybe a Reigns heel turn.
Maybe. You know what I would do? I mean, I would do Ambrose wins the triple threat, but Reigns attacks Ambrose.
Okay.
And then
what, though? Is the Reigns then party authority?
and maybe become Triple H's representative. I don't know. Well, Triple H could wrestle. He won't. He's not gonna not wrestle at WrestleMania.
I think like Fastlane's what is really good about Fastlane and even WrestleMania is we have no idea.
We have
no idea.
Fastlane,
it's so unpredictable. It could be Brock Triple H. I doubt it very much. It could be. I mean, like the obvious choice would be Reigns, Triple H, but I don't know if anybody really wants to see that. And they do have unfinished business if we think about it. And then, but Dean Ambrose is obviously getting the most of the love from.
I think they should do Reigns, Lesnar 2.
Reigns, Lesnar 2.
Reigns and Lesnar Part 2.
Yep.
And Ambrose, Triple H, for the title.
What if we had a fatal 4-way?
Could
do that.
Yeah.
Could do a triple threat.
Like Bray, is Bray on Fastlane? Has he got an opponent in Fastlane? Bray Wyatt.
They're probably going to give them.
It's like the Wyatts versus Big Show, Kane, and because Kane came down, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kane.
So
Big
Kane
Show.
right back, Big Show versus the Wyatts or some nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh man, they need to start using Bray Wyatt better.
They do.
So anyway, what else happened on Raw?
AJ Styles give the.
Right, so he beat Miz again.
He beat Miz again,
and then him and Jericho.
Yeah.
Part 3.
He's given him he's issued the challenge.
He's gonna say yeah.
He's obviously gonna say yeah. Sorry, something I did miss is has Y2J AJ Styles? They've had 2 matches already.
Yeah.
So what? Y2J's won one.
Yeah. So AJ won on Raw, Jericho won on SmackDown.
Okay, so this is Y2J AJ Styles 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we care?
No. No, we do not.
And you know what? And I really do respect Chris Jericho for like helping bring AJ Styles in, but I think that I don't think that they give. I don't know if he's the right opponent.
AJ and Miz had a good match on Raw, though.
Yeah, that was a very good match. That was a very good match.
Then, if I was WWE, I would just fast track AJ straight to a strong contender for the #1 contendership.
For the main title.
Maybe Intercontinental.
Yeah, I'd love to see AJ Styles Kevin Owens.
I thought that's what they were going to do.
Maybe
they are going to
do
that. Yeah, they probably are going to do that.
Maybe that's what we're going to get at Mania.
Yeah, probably.
That'd be good.
That'd be
very, very good. But what do you do with... I think, again, I think the main concern at the moment is what do you do with Bray Wyatt at Mania?
I mean, as much as people would like to see Lesnar Wyatt, and I wouldn't mind that match.
Do people really want to see that?
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, but I don't want to see that.
Who are people saying they want to see that?
Because there was that little face-off they had at Royal Rumble, and people go, "Oh,
right, okay, yeah.
People thought, "Oh my God, they're gonna face each other." I don't know. Man, Lesnar. I mean, Bray Wyatt he's incredible.
Really,
I think he's amazing.
Tell
in terms of he's a decent wrestler.
I
think
the character's amazing.
Character-wise, as a character. The promo he cut when Ryback was in the ground last week.
Yeah, I rewatched that. You told me to watch it, and I rewatched that.
God.
If you not could see Skillit's face.
Seriously, they need to really. I just don't know why they don't want. Is that? I guess this is what fans in the 80s must have felt when they never gave Jake the Snake the title. And fans would be like, "Oh, this guy! Look at this guy! He's ahead of everybody
He's compelling
on the mic." But yet they're not giving him the title. This is what they're doing to Bray, and that'd be a shame.
So you want to see him in some kind of title contendership?
Bray needs to be champion.
Champion.
I don't see anybody else.
Really? But he's obviously, it's not going to happen at WrestleMania. No, we know that for a fact.
It's not going to happen at WrestleMania. It might not even happen ever.
So who do we want to see Bray go? Because I mean, everyone else is kind of spoken for.
Bray AJ would be cool.
Bray AJ would be really cool.
But AJ Kevin Owens I want to see.
That'd be good.
But then again, Sami Zayn, I don't know what they're doing. But then Sami Zayn's in NXT, so that's not going to happen. He's got a match on the.
Yeah.
So.
Before we wrap up Raw, I think what do you think of the Dudley Boys heel turn?
What's that? So they attack Reigns, right?
I gotta be honest, I like it.
They attack Reigns.
They've attacked the Usos the week before, and now they're like, "Well, we're not. Our whole career is not going to be defined by tables, so we're not going to."
No, I like that. I like that because it shouldn't be.
It definitely shouldn't be. But it is a major gimmick. It is something that's helped them get super over.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's a bad thing that people associate them with putting people through tables.
Not at all.
They could be associated with.
But if you're going to turn heel, that's a good way of getting them to hate you.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Does this mean that they could be in contention for another title run?
Honestly, I was hoping, because I know New Day are going to be guests on the because New Day ain't got a match in Fastlane, have they? They're going to be guests on what again?
The Cutting Edge Pete
Right,
show.
so Edge and Christian, right?
Yeah.
So Edge and Christian's going to have them as guests. I'm hoping, it's not going to happen, but I'm hoping, this is what I would have done.
Right.
Enzo, Big Cass, debuts, Fastlane.
Really?
Challenges New Day. New Day, Enzo, Cass, WrestleMania. That's what I want to see, man.
Really?
Yeah, the only entertaining team that could counteract New Day.
I feel like it's kind of... It's too big of a leap.
No, I don't think so. I think they're ready, man. I think they've been ready.
No, they're 100% ready, but I think you have to look at all the other tag teams that are on main roster at the moment. Lucha Dragons.
But New Day's beat all of them. That's my point. They need to at least have a new opponent for WrestleMania, not Dudley's again. I don't want to see Dudley's New Day.
You want to see Lucha Dragons?
I like Lucha Dragons, but I don't want to see them against New Day again. I just want to see a new. I just want to see New Day face a new team.
Really?
That's what I want to see.
So you think it's?
That's what I would do. That's not going to happen. So
I think that's a sick idea. I totally do. But I almost feel like as well. That's way too much mic time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like their promos are going to be like an hour long, going back and forth. Like, wow, that's a good. I do like that though. Yeah, I do like that.
But Charlotte had a good promo.
Yeah.
Against Brie.
One of her better ones.
This in her and Brian.
Yeah.
But not too
she didn't go
disrespectful, which I like, you know. And you know what was funny is when she said, I picked up on it. I don't know, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but what she said to Brie, oh, it's not like anybody died. And it's like, I think that was a bit of a shot at when they were making fun of, when they made that little reference to her brother.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I do think it was a very, very, very clever promo.
That was one of her better promos. She's getting better on the mic.
She's definitely getting better on the mic. She's amazing in the ring, but she's getting better on the mic. Yeah. Right. What else did we say we talk about?
So I guess that's Raw. Raw ended with a Big Show facing Braun Strowman. And then that ended to a smash in the end with the Wyatts versus Ryback and stuff. Raw, it started off really well, kind of ended a bit rubbish.
And after we had the Steve Austin podcast on the WWE Network, where he
interviewed the Big Show.
Yeah, how was that? Because I missed it.
It was good, man. The Big Show just reflected on his life and his career. It's some emotional moments about his father, talking about how he was very green in the company and he only got in because Hogan brought him in, and straight away, as soon as he came in, he won the title in the Halloween Havoc. And,
right.
You know, and as he's learned, and how it was in WCW before he went to WWE, Hogan always said to him, if you're ever going to make it in this business, make sure you wrestle for Vince.
Really?
Well, he didn't say that. He said, New York is where you need to go, i.e., wrestle for Vince.
Hogan said that to Big Show?
Back
wow.
Back in WCW days.
Oh, wow.
Big Show always had that in mind.
That he had to go there.
And that's why he went. And obviously he saw the difference. He said how when he went to WWE, he was a different animal. When he felt in WCW, before the NWO arrived, everybody was a bit relaxed.
Yeah.
Then NWO came and everyone was like, oh, shit, trying to fight for the position.
Yeah.
In WWE, everybody was just fighting to have the best match.
Right.
So it was a different.
Right.
Everybody was like it was like a team effort in the WWE.
Was there anything that you feel like you learned during this interview? That you probably didn't.
That a lot of people don't really rate Big Show as a wrestler, and I don't think he even rates himself as a wrestler.
Oh,
so.
wow.
But he's very modest, and he loved Mayweather. He loved the whole angle with Mayweather.
Okay.
Apparently he told Mayweather to break his nose.
I don't know about that's true. I don't know if that's true.
I guess he's going to say a bad thing about Mayweather. Probably.
Yeah. So he told him to break his nose.
So he says.
Yeah, fam, come break my nose, man. Tell me in the face.
It'll draw money.
He's been getting a lot of. You know what's funny about Big Show is he's probably had the most heel turns.
He talks about that.
It's too much.
But he talks about it like when he does it, it works. Like he doesn't. Heel turns.
He heel turns so much that the fans don't even want to. Like when he's supposed to be a face, they're not sure.
Yeah.
It's almost like, nah, you're just gonna be a heel next week, so we're not gonna cheer you now. Do you know what I mean? And so like he's been getting a lot of the please retire chants.
Yeah, he talks about that, and he says that he's not going to retire anytime soon.
Is that because of the chance, or just
no? He just said he helps that. He feels he's an asset still to the company, and he helps that younger talent.
What do you think? You think he's an asset to the company?
I mean, I see what he's saying, but I just feel. He's hardly ever on TV, so I guess I shouldn't really complain about him much, but I do think he should retire.
Really?
In my opinion.
I
don't want to see Big Show Braun Strowman.
Why not?
What?
When you just...
a real question?
This is the truth, yeah? These are giants, you know.
I'm not into that. I was never into that. I was never into big man wrestling.
Even if you're not into that, just the aesthetic, the visual of 2 7-foot people, yeah?
But we've seen that so many times.
Locking heads. I think it's sick.
Oh, fair enough. It's not for
Even
me.
I know they can't wrestle well. I know, but I still think, just the visual of 2 huge guys going at it.
There's been some big man wrestlers that's that I've liked, like Vader,
right?
Bigelow.
Was Vader a big man?
He's a big man. Yokozuna. You're talking about height, aren't you?
I'm talking about height and bigness.
Vader was big.
Okay, Vader was big.
Vader was very athletic for his size.
How tall was Vader?
He wasn't the tallest, but he was
a big guy.
The mass was
and he moved like a light guy.
Oh, absolutely. Yokozuna, another great wrestler, who's big size.
Weirdly
Bigelow.
fast. I was watching him the other day.
Lesnar, great wrestler for his size.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not the biggest, but he's so there is a lot of big wrestlers that I do like, but Big Show and Braun Strowman. We're talking toilet breaks here.
I'll be honest. I preferred I liked the Big Show more during the Attitude Era, but I really liked him in WCW.
When he was in WCW, 95, 96, he did things that he shouldn't be doing.
He was on the top rope. He was doing
top ropes, flips, and all that.
Like moonsaults.
Yeah, do you remember that?
What the fuck are you doing? It's like, do you know how big you are?
Yeah.
Did he talk about the infamous ring break?
He did not.
He didn't. In your opinion, was that for real or fake?
I was staged.
Even on stage?
Yeah.
Why?
They deployed the ring, I believe. I think it was a situation where as soon as the suplex landed, there was probably a detonation button.
Has that been confirmed?
No, this is my opinion, but I think that was staged. It was too It was really good, done well.
It was amazing.
When it was Lesnar, Big Show, the first time I saw it, that was amazing.
That was really good.
They did it again with Mark Henry.
Yeah.
People did like that too, but you know,
with Big, it was the way that the referee went down. It looked right. Like,
yeah.
What do I do now? I thought it was real.
It might have been because the show just cut off after, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it might have been. I don't know. I had a feeling it was staged, but yeah.
I don't know if I don't think the Big Show has to retire.
He needs to retire, go on Hall of Fame, and leave it at. Speaking of Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
Sting,
Hall of Fame.
he got Hall of Fame.
He got Hall of Fame.
This is good.
I think it's well overdue.
Fantastic news.
It's well overdue. But Sting being in the Hall of Fame, there's a lot of wrestlers that are not going to see Hall of Fame. We knew when Sting came back to WWE or came to WWE, never been a part of WWE before, that he was going to get Hall of Fame. Does this open the door for other wrestlers that may have never been on the roster?
Well, they have put wrestlers who's never really been in the WWE before that's been Hall of Fame.
Who would you put in the Hall of Fame that wasn't on the roster?
Right. Who I would personally?
Yeah.
Who's never been in WWE ring before?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, I mean, Thunder Liger recently got in.
Right.
I mean, as in he recently wrestled at WWE for NXT.
Yeah.
I would put him in. Great Muta.
Right.
These are Japanese wrestlers who are so deserving of Hall of Fame. If we're talking American wrestlers, I mean, who hasn't not wrestled for WWE?
Yeah, right.
You're
actually right.
I guess Lou Fez because he was in the WCW, he was in NWA back in the day. Maybe Lou Fez, he should be Hall of Fame, but because he's never wrestled for WWE, he hasn't been in Hall of Fame.
Do you think this is the end of Sting's run with WWE?
Oh, absolutely.
That's it.
That's it, man.
No,
he had his WrestleMania moment.
That can't be it.
What, you think you're going to give us Takeover Sting? They probably should.
They have to.
Because there's nothing else.
They have to.
Like, that's one way of making really good money.
It's not. I'll be honest. Like how it is, how it's gonna pan out is probably not something we actually want to see.
They will have to book it cleverly. Clever.
Who wins that?
Sting.
Why?
They should do a retirement match.
And Sting retires the Undertaker. Do you hear what you just said? You want the staple.
I just want Sting to win a match because he hasn't won a match since he's been there.
You want the person that carried WCW.
But the match is not going to happen. But the match is not going to happen.
To beat the staple of the WWE, like the man.
The match is not going to happen.
Do you think it will never happen? Why?
I just don't see it happening.
Why won't it happen?
I just think Vince said, yeah, thanks a lot, kid. You've been great. Hall of Fame.
And that's it.
You got injured against Seth Rollins.
So you think that's the end of Sting?
I think so.
That's terrible.
Unfortunately.
Man. That's such a
I love that man.
Run.
That man was probably one of the main reasons I watched WCW as a kid.
That's a crap run, man. I'm sorry.
What, in WWE?
Yeah, because I
didn't love the WrestleMania
He's
54,
match.
55, 54, 55.
It doesn't matter. I didn't love the WrestleMania match. And then the Seth Rollins match was obviously cut short. And I think that's really bad. I don't think he'll want to go out like that. I don't think he should go out like that. He's better than that.
Why did Ric Flair retire?
Too old.
I ran that same age too, right?
No, I feel like Ric Flair was much older than that.
Probably was. So they're still going to have given Sting a couple more years.
I don't think Sting's done. I think he'll come back from his injury. Maybe not yet.
They probably said they haven't said he's done. So
I hope he's not done.
But everything's going to happen after Fastlane. Maybe Fastlane, a lot of shocking surprises will happen in Fastlane. Who knows?
I don't even feel like they've given us all the matches yet for Fastlane.
Oh, well.
So let's talk about Fastlane because Fastlane happens this Sunday. So far confirmed, we got Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
Who we got for that?
I would say Kevin. No.
100% Kevin Owens is going to win that. We possibly have AJ Styles, J2K. Sorry, big up to J2K. Y2J. Sorry. AJ Styles, Y2J.
AJ Styles.
I see that. But is there some kind of heel turn with Y2K?
Yeah, heel turn Y2J probably, but still AJ Styles. AJ Styles gets the win. Jericho hits him behind afterwards.
Okay. Is there going to be some kind of Christian and Edge New Day?
Well, Edge can't wrestle.
So they can't.
Or probably clothesline New Day over the top rope or hit them out or whatever.
You can't really get physical though, Kevin. That's a shame. And then we got the main event. Oh, sorry. Now let's look at it. We got Charlotte.
Charlotte will retain.
Charlotte will retain.
Who knows though? Because of Daniel Bryan, Brie might win.
Nah.
Charlotte will retain.
Brie's going home.
Charlotte, yeah.
Brie's gonna go home.
Yeah, Brie's gonna go check how Bryan's doing, and it'll be Charlotte, Sasha, WrestleMania.
Brie's got. This is gonna sound really sexist. Brie's going home to get pregnant.
Probably.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Brie will be out for a little while, and she'll probably come back with Nikki. Sasha
Banks.
Sasha and is it Sasha Becky?
So Sasha and Becky versus Team Bad.
Oh, there you go.
Sasha Becky will win that.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
And in the main event,
Ambrose. I don't know. I wouldn't say Ambrose. Or maybe Reigns cheats Ambrose. I don't know. No, it has to be Ambrose.
This is honestly the most.
Wait, they're facing the Triple H. Who's the only? Lesnar's not really a face. He's not really a heel. He's an in-between.
Lesnar's more of a face than a heel.
He is more of a face than a heel, but he won't face Triple H for the title.
Why?
Because they've done Triple H with Lesnar before WrestleMania. They won't do that again.
So it's
Ambrose is the one getting TV time right now more than Reigns.
So Ambrose Triple H.
Ambrose Triple H.
That's interesting. Ambrose Triple H at WrestleMania. I'll see that.
I think that's what they should do. That's what
I can see that. So let us know what you think is going to happen at Fastlane. Feel free to tweet us. I am at DJ Ace.
Skillit Music, SKILLIT.
There you go. Or you can just use the hashtag the Kickout Podcast. There you go. Right.
Twitter is coming soon.
Twitter definitely coming soon. We'll have one by next week. Don't worry about it. It's all in the making. All right. Have you got a WTF moment of the week?
I do, Ace.
What is the Skillit WTF moment of the week?
My WTF moment of the week is the suspension of Titus Oneil.
Man. I don't know how to feel about this.
What is this?
I genuinely don't know how to feel about this.
So, for those who don't know, Titus Oneil has been suspended for 90 days for grabbing Vince McMahon's arm in a playful manner after Daniel Bryan's retirement speech. Now, I admit that probably wasn't the best time to do it. But it looked weird, because if you look back at the footage, it looked like Vince was laughing along with him.
I saw a GIF. Do you call it a GIF or GIF?
You saw it in GIF.
I saw a GIF.
Is it GIF? Maybe it's GIF.
I'm gonna say GIF.
And I saw a GIF. You pushed him, right?
Yeah. So I saw a GIF, and it wasn't like you couldn't really see the whole moment. You could only see Vince kind of pulling away. So I couldn't see laughter. It just looked really awkward. So
it was weird because I watched because obviously after the Daniel Bryan retirement speech, he had a little on a network. They had a after the retirement when he's hugging the fan.
Yeah.
And I saw when he hugged Vince and he walked to the back, and then Vince was going to walk off, and then I actually noticed it when he pulled him. I was like, oh, that was a bit weird. And the cameras went off.
Yeah.
That was a bit weird. But it did look like Vince shoved him, but was smiling back.
Right.
Or laughing back. And then I think he felt, okay, that looked bad, because obviously something serious just happened. So he probably thought you had to punish.
Right.
Which I don't understand. You got to punish him. But 90 days.
I think that's bit excessive.
That's very harsh. I mean, people who fail drug tests don't even get 90 days. I think they get 60 days.
I don't know. I mean, is this a work? Is this something? Because
I don't think it's a work.
I know everyone should have noticed. They've really been pushing Titus Oneil. He's been getting a lot of wins.
Yeah.
And he's single, and apparently he is like the not spokesman, but he does a lot of the outreach stuff.
Oh yeah, they need him.
Like the WWE does, like for the charity work. Yeah. He does a lot of going to the schools, chatting to the kids. He does a lot of that stuff while John Cena's out injured as well. So they was pushing him as like one of the main guys. I don't know if it was working. If I'm totally honest,
it's not a work.
No, you don't think this is a work?
No,
you don't. 100%.
No.
Why do you say that?
Vince is punishing him. If it was a work, it wouldn't be at the end of a Daniel Bryan retirement speech that's only on network.
No, I get that. But then, and I get that what happened probably it wasn't best placed, and they probably wouldn't have liked it. But I think to suspend him for 90 days feels like a work. I feel like it could be like, all right, you've done something stupid. Let's make this into a work. 90 days.
I doubt
90 days.
I mean, I doubt they'll do that with Titus.
He's out of Mania's gone. He's not doing Mania no more.
That's a bit harsh.
90 days. That's 3 months.
Yeah, that's harsh.
I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will.
I think that's harsh.
Unless there's got to be more of a story to this. There's got to be something we're missing. Because you're not going to get 90 days for playfully fighting with your boss. And I feel like as well, I feel like anybody, like you have to know your employer well enough to know how far you can take jokes. So it seems like they must have had a relationship.
Oh no, they definitely do have a relationship, and I do feel that
Exactly.
I do feel Titus does that to him a lot, and Vince is probably used to it and has fun. But I just feel because of the time and the place that he did it, Vince was like, nah, you can't.
Yeah.
Especially in front of a locker room full of people. And
Right.
I think Vince still would like to be the whole. Yeah, you could crack joke with me, but only certain people that I want. I don't want the whole locker room knowing that I could have a laugh with you.
Yeah.
So I do think Titus, and obviously the whole Daniel Bryan thing, Titus shouldn't have done that. But I don't think. I mean, the punishment is it's too far.
Another reason why I feel like it could be a work is because
It's not a work, but anyway.
it's because it's super public. Usually, like,
wrestling does a super public.
No, not all the time. Sometimes wrestlers get suspended and we don't even know. They're like, right, I haven't seen my man for a while.
Yeah, but yeah,
do you know what I mean?
that's a good point.
So I don't know. I feel like 90 days is excessive. I feel like it's super public. Like he's on Twitter saying stuff. Do you know what I mean? He's responding to what's happened. Like a lot of other people are talking around it. I just feel like it's too much. It's like it doesn't make sense to me. Batista told him to quit.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
I saw that.
And then
Like,
Batista boys, right?
yeah. So I just feel like this. I feel like there's either more to the situation or it's a work, or they're hoping for another fans against the authority kind of storyline, where it's like bring back Titus Oneil. If that is the case, then it's failed because no one cared on Raw on Monday, unless there were a chance that pre the show or after the show. I don't know.
Titus, people like Titus, but they only like him enough to do the and it's not enough to be like, yay, Titus, bring him back. How dare you take Titus away from us now?
So in your opinion, it's definitely not work.
No.
Would he be back before the 90 days? Or
He probably will be back before then. I mean, it's probably 90-day suspension, and Vince probably be like, you know what? Let's bring him back on WrestleMania. Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and he wins the battle. Can you believe that? He was suspended, and we bring him back, and he wins Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
So you think they'll use it as part? They will definitely use it.
Well, Vince always uses something real and puts it
We're in a
in.
reality era.
Yeah. So be like, I've got this thing for you, Titus. We'll bring you back. And you're like, what a way to come back.
I think I just think it's a strange.
Vince is a
thing.
madman.
I think the whole thing was just weird. I think
Titus should have done that.
I think it was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah,
I
very
think
stupid
It
thing
was
to
a stupid.
Very stupid. Especially when it's something serious as that.
100%. Mad, insane. All right, and we also got this very, very, very sad news last week that Brett Hart is suffering from prostate cancer.
Yeah, and he's had the surgery, I believe, but we don't know what's going on.
Right.
So I think when he announced it, the surgery was going to be like within the day.
Yeah.
This was like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks
Right.
ago. So I think he's had the surgery, but we don't know what's going on. They haven't been announced if it's successful or if it's still happening. Or
Right.
But all the best to Bret Hart, man.
100%.
He is one of my all-time favorites growing up. I was one of the biggest Bret Hart fans you will ever see walking this planet. The excellence of execution. Even today, I can still watch his matches. He was just incredible.
I mean, I don't want to talk about Bret Hart like he's dead because he's
No.
not. He's not.
And I hope people listening didn't take it.
No,
that
no,
way
not
either.
at all. Because I literally was just sitting there thinking, wow. I literally was about to start talking to him like.
But if it does turn that way,
Yeah.
I'll be devastated.
This is the thing though, because it's kind of, like you look at the Bret Hart story. Wow,
Yeah, he's been
it's
through
a
a lot.
movie. Like we were talking earlier about
Another movie.
the Daniel Bryan story.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's a movie, and there's a
It's a
lot
trilogy.
There's a lot of like heartbreaking moments
Absolutely.
for Bret. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because he is, if not the best, like one of the best, if
Absolutely.
not the best.
Absolutely.
And although he reached amazing heights, some of the low moments were super low.
Yeah.
And kind of unfairly low.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
didn't deserve.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why a lot of people have that kind of connection to him, because they know what he should have had and what he's done. Yeah, what he's done for the business and what he deserves. And there was a couple of times throughout his life and his career. So again, we're not talking like he's dead.
No.
We're just saying, we're talking about the career and the life of Bret Hart. And there was a couple of times when things were taken away from him that he just didn't deserve.
Yeah.
He should have been people should have dealt with him better.
Yeah.
And in even this unlucky times when he had his stroke or when he fell off his bike, all those kind of things. Yeah, losing his brother. All of those things, you know what I mean? It's just like, what a story. What an amazing story.
Get well, man.
Yeah, man. Get
we
well,
love you, Hitman.
We really do, man. I hope one day we get to sit with you on a Kick
Oh,
Out podcast.
I would love that.
And that's just going to have to be a 4-hour spectacular.
Absolutely.
100%. Like, we'll fly to Canada for that.
Absolutely.
1,000,000%. I was talking to Bobby Roode a couple of weeks ago about the top 5.
Oh, what was his top 5?
Canadian wrestlers.
He's Canadian, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Canadian. But he said he was on the list because there was a list of the top 20.
And Roode was on the top 5 list?
No, Roode wasn't on the top 5. I think
top 20.
I think he was like number 8, maybe.
In the top 20?
I think he was number 8. Yeah. Who else would you put in this list?
Canadian wrestlers.
Canadian wrestlers.
Well, Roode is a very good Canadian wrestler. He's very good.
Rude is so underrated.
Yeah, he is.
He's very underrated.
He reminds you of Triple H in the 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, when Triple H first
Yes.
started becoming the game.
Yeah. When he put on a bit of...
After Triple H's Hunter Hearst was actually very good as well, but when he
came back...
When he was on that I want to win the title phase,
Right.
Triple H, that's when he was amazing. Yeah. And I think Rude reminds me of that. In terms of list of favourite Canadian wrestlers, well, Bret Hart, no doubt.
Number 1, 100%.
Number 1, Owen Hart, maybe even 2, Owen Hart.
Maybe even 2.
Sami Zayn is in there.
Edge?
I wouldn't put Edge in my...
Oh!
What are we talking here? Top 20?
Within top 10.
I'll put Edge in top 20.
You won't put Edge in your top 10?
I don't think I'll put him in top 10. There's so many Canadian wrestlers I need to really think about this.
You put Christian?
You put me in a spot here. Christian will be in my top 20.
Lance Storm.
Lance Storm is in my top 10.
Lance Storm
as
over
a technical,
Edge.
As a wrestler,
Yeah.
not as a character.
Okay.
Not at all. Edge is top 10 in character.
Yeah.
But as a wrestler, Lance Storm is so underrated.
Okay.
Jericho has to be top 5.
Has to be up there.
Jericho's top 4.
Jericho's top 4.
Benoit, man.
Ooh.
I know we shouldn't say his name.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say his name.
But I'm
Canadian,
saying,
right? I didn't know
absolutely,
that.
the Canadian crippler, Chris Benoit. He's number 2.
Do you know what? I'm going to pull up this list now.
I think Rick Martel was Canadian.
Really?
I think he was.
I got a list here from the Sportsters, top 25 Canadian wrestlers of all time. Right. All right, we're going to run it down. Number 25 was Jacques Rougeau.
The Rougeau brothers, man, they were badass.
The Mountie. Number 4, the Missing Link. You might know more about this guy.
Missing Link with the guy with a mohawk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in WCCW.
23 is very interesting. Val Venus. What was that side for?
I think there's so much more they should have done with that man.
He was good, isn't it?
He's actually quite good. Even that gimmick was quite good. But
the gimmick was good, especially for that era.
They gave up on him.
For the.
Don't you think they just gave up on him?
Yeah, they did, 100%. And there was the storyline where they cut off his dick.
Do you remember that? With Kai and Tai.
We didn't need that. Number 2, Luna Vachon.
Number 2?
No, sorry, 22.
I was like,
what?
Hey, Vachon, Mad Dog Vachon and all them, the Vachon family.
Yeah. Number 22. Number 21, Rick Martel.
Yeah, see? Yeah, he's Canadian, yeah.
Dino Bravo at number 20.
Hey, Kevin Owens has to be in there.
Oh, yes. Eric Young at number 19. Eric Young
was sick.
He's very good. I'm very happy that he's top 20. Tyson Kidd, number 18.
Oh, come on, man.
I'll be honest, I don't know if you can put Tyson Kidd over Eric Young, though.
What?
I'm dead serious. Eric Young is very good.
Do you know how good Tyson Kidd is?
I don't know if you can put Tyson Kidd over Eric Young.
Oh, my Lord.
Because Eric Young's got years in as well. Eric Young has carried TNA.
Tyson Kidd is amazing.
Eric Young has carried the company TNA.
Good point. But I do think Tyson Kidd's a better wrestler.
Okay, we're at number 17. Guys, again, you guys can have your opinion. Use the hashtag #TheKickoutPodcast. Steve Corino.
Steve Corino, you know what? He was a good worker for ECW. He was a good worker. He just... Yeah.
Bobby Roode is at number 16.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I feel like he should be higher. Ron Garvin.
The blonde hair guy, Ron Garvin, yeah, former NWA champion.
Your brain is crazy. Wow, Natalia, number 14.
As in Neidhart's daughter.
Natty.
She's sick, man.
Rocky Johnson.
He's Canadian?
Wow, I had no idea.
I did not know he was Canadian.
The father of the great one.
I did not know he was Canadian.
I had no idea.
I knew he was trained in Canada from Stu Hart, but I didn't know he was actually Canadian.
That's crazy. I had no idea. Sami Zayn's at number 12.
Yeah, Sami Zayn's definitely up there.
Kevin Owens at number 11.
Yep, absolutely.
Mad Dog Vachon.
Yeah, he's a legend.
That's at number 10. Number 9 is Lance Storm.
Yep, see what I'm saying, Ace? Top 10 levels, man. What else?
Ivan Koloff.
Okay.
Is at number 8.
Ivan Koloff's a very... You know what? Ivan Koloff was dope, man.
I don't remember Ivan.
Well, Ivan Koloff, no. Sorry, I was more of a Nikita Koloff fan, but Ivan Koloff was the one who was the... He was wrestler. Oh, he was older than Nikita, but he was the guy that got Nikita over. But I didn't know Ivan Koloff was Canadian. I thought he was Russian because obviously his gimmick was Russian.
Number 7, your guy, Owen Hart.
7?
Yeah. Oh wow, you're gonna be really upset by this.
Top 5, man.
Number 6 is Christian.
Oh yeah. Hold on, they haven't even mentioned Edge, have they?
No, not yet.
This is ridiculous.
He's gonna be angry. Number 5,
Christian. Let me give it. Christian is dope, though.
Christian is sick.
I used to love Christian.
Yeah.
There was a time when before Christian was Red Hart. Then he went off to TNA.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done that, man.
That
was a bad move.
That was a terrible move for him.
Even
though they gave him the title and stuff, I just thought it was a not good move for him. It wasn't a good move for him. Number 5, this guy is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Maybe my top 5 of all time. So it's quite fitting that he's number 5. No. Roddy Piper.
Oh, yeah, he's Canadian.
Roddy Piper, number 5.
All right, yeah.
Oh, wow. Number 4. This is where they're going a bit mad. No disrespect. Trish Stratus is number 4.
No.
This is taking a piss. He's taking a piss. Trish Stratus is number 4. I mean, she was Chris. That's it. She was very good looking and very attractive.
She was a decent wrestler too, but...
Yeah, no.
Number 4?
I'm pretty sure you can guess the top 3 now anyway.
Jericho, Hart, Edge.
Jericho's number 3.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Edge number 1.
Bret Hart number 2. And Edge is number 1.
Who made this list?
Wow.
Who made this list?
The Sportstar.com.
Tell Sportstar.com.
Oh my god.
Get the hell out of here.
Edge number 1.
How can you give Edge over
Bret Hart number 2? That's insane.
This guy must have been a fan of wrestling when he was in 2006 or something.
That's crazy. So there you go. If you guys want to have an opinion, just use the hashtag #TheKickoutPodcast. We'll find your tweets, man. Thank you very much. I think that's it for us, man. We'll have you. We'll have next week. Very hope. I'm not even going to announce the guest because this guy keeps flopping us. So very possibly next week we'll have a guest. If not, we'll just give you our thoughts and opinions
on Fastlane.
On Fastlane. Thank you to everybody that locked in, and make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment. That was the kick out. Thank you very much. I've been Ace.
I've been Skillit.
Till next time. Peace.
Bow.